All right, guys, we're out here on the Lectric XP Trike tonight. We are a little injured tonight, so that's why we're taking the trike. We're just gonna go out for a little ride. I want to get out there. I was out spreading bark mulch over the weekend, Saturday, and I twisted my ankle on a hill and pulled a muscle in my leg. And by Sunday, I didn't do much other than sit around, and I had to use a golf club to get around. I use it like a cane. So yeah, I was hurting. Went to work all week though. Not too good on Monday, got better all week long. Today is Wednesday and I'm not too bad. Starting to be able to move at some speed now, so that's good. But I figured, you know what? I'm not going to kill myself, go on a fast bike tonight. I'm just gonna take it easy. So I have the larger crank on this and it's better. It's not 100%, but it's better. There's a 42 on it. I probably could have gone with about a 46 would be better. So I may end up trying for a 46. I don't know. I thought about taking the tadpole out tonight, the 630 tadpole. But that takes a little bit more effort than sitting on this. And I just wanted to relax tonight. That bike needs a little tweaking, so we are going to be doing a little tweaking on that thing. I've ordered hydraulic brakes for that bike. I cannot get those two brakes to balance out. I get them to balance and it just starts shifting all over the place, so can't really do it. So we may utilize some sidewalks tonight. Even though it's against the law, they can arrest me. Yes, Pedro, I'm breaking the law. So we are utilizing a sidewalk. I'm sure we'll hit a mailbox that'll make it so we can't pass because they seem to have no rules about where you can put your mailbox. So we're running in pass 3 and we're gonna hit the rail trail because it's a nice place to go on the trike. I suppose if I could drive on the sidewalks everywhere, it wouldn't be bad either. So again, I want to thank Lectric for supplying me with this bike. It was very nice of them. I think I'm going to try to hit the other side of the road here, since I can get up on the sidewalk here. I may have to try changing out the rotor on the front of this, see if I can quiet this brake down. All right, we're down on the rail trail. It's going to be a little dark on the rail trail, but that's okay. Definitely get the weird looks when you're driving with the cameras on. You know, first of all, I'm on a trike, so I guess that probably looks strange around here anyways. Not a lot of trikes up here. Other than mine, I don't think I've seen one. I mean, we ran into that recumbent trike, but that was a different ride. And again, that was another older guy. So yeah, this thing is definitely better with this crank on it, but I think I could go up another 2 tooth sizes and then it would be perfect. But then on the lower end, because it is kind of hard to pedal a little bit on the lower end, if you were just pedaling. So maybe this is the perfect balance for this bike. I think it probably is. So yeah, that 630 bike, I've ordered hydraulic brakes for that, which I got to get from China because it's a special brake set and it appears that like no one in the world makes it but China, because it has 2 calipers on one lever. And I was going to try to do something, but you cannot reverse the caliper because the way it sits on the rotor, it won't make contact right, so you can't bolt it on. That's what I did. I ordered that, so I actually ordered 2 sets of them. I ordered one set for the Spartan when that finally comes in, because that one's got cable pull brakes on it too. And since it takes 3 to 4 weeks to get them from China, I wasn't taking the chance on it. I was ordering them right away. They're about $110 a set. I think I'm gonna hit this road for a while. It's a quieter back road. And I got good mirrors on it this time, so So yeah, that Spytan, I'm gonna put the hydraulic brakes on that one too, I'm pretty sure. If I don't, yeah, I bought the set, I'm not returning them to China, so I will have hydraulic brakes going on it. I don't know why they don't put them on in the first place. I don't know when this thing cuts out. 14 miles an hour, I think. 14 and a half. So I'm at 13, yeah, somewhere's around 13 and a half to 14 this thing cuts out, which I think is about right. Yeah, I think just pedal this thing along, and 3 is pretty comfortable. So I ordered the, for the Spytan, no, not for the Spytan, for the 630 trike, and I also ordered the Cane Creek Hellbender bearing, Visco bearing there to try to slow down the steering on that. Like I said, it's hypersensitive. So if I put that bearing on there, I can probably take some of the sensitivity out of it. I'm gonna try anyways. So I think I can get this bike to be pretty darn good. I mean, it's a fun bike to ride, but I think I can make it better. And you know me, guys, I gotta make it better. If I see something that I think can be made better, I do it. So that's what we're doing to this bike. It's a bike that I wouldn't suggest, like I said, anybody to buy this thing if you're not used to riding a bike and feel pretty confident on a bike, because the way it is currently, it has sensitivity issues with the steering, like I said. The brakes are an issue because if you took your hand off, one hand off that handlebar and you hit the brakes, potentially this thing could dive to one side or the other. So it's not a very comfortable feeling, and I'm going to try to, like I said, make that go away and better. If I could do that, that bike would be awesome. So I know I've got some people out there waiting to see what happens on this thing. And then the Spytan should be coming in, and we'll see what happens on that. Either that'll be perfect out of the box, or that'll have issues too. Went down this road because I wanted to go on the road, and this is a comfortable ride for this bike. I got a ton of these batteries, the 14.5 batteries. I figured I'd throw another one on here, so I've got another change out battery if I go too far and I kill my battery. But we're not down a battery buy yet, so I'm up to 22 miles an hour right now. We're at the turkey place again. See these turkeys, guys? Yep, there they are. Turkeys. Got one right here, gonna run right out in front of us. Well, that was exciting. Probably be the excitement of the night. A turkey that almost got hit by a trike. So this ought to be fun coming back up this hill. Normally we just go in a big circle, but I'm not getting out on the main roads with this thing. Not yet. If I can get one of these bikes that'll go 25 miles an hour, I'm willing to. But I'm not going out there on a bike that does 14 miles an hour. So Richard, you know, he's getting a lot more than me, so he's watching out for a trike for me. Right now he's pretty happy with that, I think it's HJ something, yeah, I'm not sure. I looked at it, they got a new one coming out. It's a pre-order. I'm more interested in that one because that one's rear-wheel drive and it has a 1,000-watt motor on it. So that one's calling my name. I was looking online. There's no one out there that has those things. There's a bunch of videos, but they're all done by that company. So it appears that Rich is probably one of the first ones to have one out there. So the chances of me getting one are probably nil to none, unless I am willing to fork out some money. So this is not a bad ride though. Not putting a ton of effort in. I am right now. Dropped it down to 3 at 12 miles an hour. 12 and a half, I'm putting in some decent effort. But once it gets too far over that, 13, 14, that's going. My watch keeps making noise, says I'm doing really good on cycling. So I think it's about $2,500 for that one that's on pre-order with the 1,000-watt motor in it. I don't know. I mean, I've been spending money on stuff lately that I probably should cool it, but Well, we got that cyber bike. You know, that's not given to me. I paid for that. I got a discount on it. Not only did I get a discount on it, they upgraded me to their top of the line bike. So I'm getting the Rattan now, and they're also giving me a code that will be exclusive to me that will allow anybody that wants to buy that bike, if they use my code, they're not going to save any money, but they are going to get a free accessory. They said they would throw in a headlight or something like that. I don't know how much their headlights are. I did buy a headlight for it and it cost me $109, I think so. But it's kind of an elaborate one. It's got 3 beams on it. So we might be doing some night riding with that thing. Here we are riding into the sun again, which is never good for the cameras. Cyber bike there, you know, I'm gonna be able to get a free accessory for viewers that want to buy that thing. I don't know how many people are going to want to buy that, because the people that are watching me probably aren't into that kind of riding, but you never know. And maybe I'll have some people tune in that want to see an old guy go out and ride a single trail mountain bike. And that bike, I believe, is capable of hitting the road too. So the upgraded bike that they're sending me now, that has quad piston brakes, and it has 203 millimeter rotors on that thing. So, and we go from a 8-speed to a 9-speed, I think, or an 11-speed or something. I don't know. How you doing? I'm also getting an upgraded front shock, which is a gas reverse something, and it actually lightens the bike up by 3 pounds. So apparently the first one I was getting had a coil shock in it, which weighs more. So we're already at 5.8 miles. I think I'll hit one of these side streets. I think these are all dead ends, but so I'm going next week. I'm taking the week off. We've been down to the last minute there. My wife made arrangements for going to Maryland, and then her friend was up in the air whether or not she can make it for the whole week. So then we were like, should we postpone it? And apparently they figured it out at the last minute here. So like I said, it's Wednesday, so they're telling me that we are going. I will be going to see my friend Bruce when I'm down there. And we are going to take the Hanover all-wheel drive bike down there so I can throw it. And take my wife's car, because hers is a little bit, mine's a hatchback, hers is more of a utility vehicle. I have a Mercedes GLA, and she has a GLB. Hers will fit that bike better. I was going to take my car, take the rack, take the rip current. I didn't realize I thought we were going down there for a long weekend. So I'm thinking, well, long weekend's not bad. I'll just, you know, haul the bike into the hotel one night when they're not looking, and I'd be good. But then when my wife said we were going down there for basically 4 days, I said, well, that's not what I thought. So I don't want to try to keep hauling a bike inside a hotel room that may or may not want me to have the bike in. Figured I'd be safer with a bike that I can hide in the car. She's got one of those pull curtains that go over the back, so no one will know it's there. And I can bring the batteries in to charge it. Well, so far we're managing on these roads with this trike. Like I said, people are swinging a little bit wider. I did run, I have the lights on, so make me a little more visible. I actually put some flashing ones on back there, but I haven't turned them on yet because I didn't charge them. I bought these flashing lights so that we could start doing some night rides. I haven't charged them yet, but I did throw them on the back because they seem to go on. I don't know how much of a charge is in them, but if we're out here late, which I don't think we are, but we're starting to get cloudy and dark, so still not a battery bar down yet. We're almost at 7 miles. This is the road that we keep going down, and we hit the rail trail, the paved one. But this road is not the greatest road for bikes to start with, because it ends up having that big curb on the side, and I can't drive off the road with the trike with the curb there. So So yeah, I'm taking my bike down. I'm gonna go for a ride with Bruce. He's got two fast bikes here. He's gonna have to slow down for me. That bike's pretty quick, but it's not over 28 miles an hour. And his bikes are capable of the 35s plus, so that's why I was gonna bring the rip current down there. But the hand veer, I am putting so I'm gonna I bought a 48 volt battery that I've talked about before. And I got the pack for it. I've got the battery balancer, I've got the cables, and I've got to solder some cables into that one so that I can use it on that one. And I'm also going to make it so that I can put cables on other bikes too that run 48 volt batteries that don't have the ability right now to run dual battery. I figure that battery can go from bike to bike, get some extra range out of some bikes, and it's an easy battery to add to the Lectric XP too. So we could be running 3 batteries on that. I do have the capability to run, oh, now we could run 4 or 5 batteries on that. It'd weigh a lot, but yeah. On the 630 reverse trike, I changed out the freewheel on the back of that last night, took it for a ride. It had a 14, maybe it was a 1432, and I put an 1132 on it now. It got a little bit better. It'll go up to 17 miles an hour, and then you're pedaling like a madman again. So that thing could use a crank. It's a shame to put a crank on that bike because it's the chain guard on that's so nice. So I don't know. I'm going to get this thing fixed first. I'm going to get the hydraulic brakes on it. I'm going to get that Cane Creek viscous bearing in it. And I guessed at the size, so I may be sending it back and forth to Cane Creek. I measured the outside diameter of the tube and made an educated guess, and I ordered it. But Cane Creek is really good. I can send it back if I have to. I was kind of hoping to get it for the weekend. I don't know. I paid $15 to priority ship it, but I haven't got a notification yet that it's even shipped. I have a Blue Wind seat on it with a suspension seat post tonight, so I'm a lot more comfortable. So all these seats with the backrest on them seem to push you forward. So yeah, I don't know, somewhere along the line I gotta get I mean, these reverse trikes, we got that 630 up to 25 miles an hour, so that's a contender for the road. And I don't know what the Spytan will do. It says 15 miles an hour, but we could probably override it. I don't know. This one can't be overridden. The Mooncool can't be overridden. Well, we did override them to get them up to this one goes from 12 miles an hour up to 14 and a half. And the Mooncool, I think, goes to 16. That might be a little bit faster. So my wife took the faster trike. What's up with that? We got some, I don't know what's coming up, but we've got some baby birds walking with their mother. I believe it's a turkey with its babies. And hopefully she knows I'm coming. I'll let her know. Is that a turkey or is that a pheasant? That's a turkey. I am going to knock this up to 5 to go up this hill. This is the hill that I said it ought to be fun going up, but it ain't a problem. So I did put that taller crank on, but you know what? These are electric bikes. Use your motor, guys. So I changed out the mirrors. I had the little electric round mirrors on this thing. I bought these bigger mirrors, as you can see, so I can see behind me. Now that I've gone with these bigger mirrors, I really like them. I mean, you can see what's going on in back here, which if you're going to play on the road, it's very important. So yeah, other than changing the crank, adding some of my doodads on the handlebar here, I'm probably done with this. I do like the Addmotor has those bags that go on the racks, on the baskets on these. I'd love to get some of those. I know Richard had a couple that he said worked, but they're cloth bags. I want a waterproof bag, and those ones on the Addmotor you can take and zip them up and they're waterproof. Those Addmotor bikes, trikes, those are pretty cool. That would be a contender probably for the road too, but I ain't paying $3 grand for one, I can tell you that. And if you guys have noticed, or haven't noticed, I'll tell you right now, all the bike prices are going up. So I did ask Moon Cool this morning what they intended on doing, just to get to know what's going on. So if you guys want to buy a bike, you've got to the 15th to get it in, and I'm not even guaranteeing that that's going to get you a cheap price on it. You know, I ordered those brakes, and I told Richard today, because he wants a set of brakes too, I said, you better get them ordered because they're going to go up. It's $100, so they're going to go up $25. It's going to be $125 because they're going to put a tariff of 25% on anything coming from China. If you're looking at a $2,000 bike, add 25% onto that, and that's what the bike's going to cost you now. That's another $500 for that bike. And the Spy Tan was $2,000. Go look at it now, guys. It's $26. They upped all their prices last week. I mean, honestly, I seriously looking around at trikes going, if I'm going to buy one, and not have one sent, I would try to at least work a discount out on one. There's a little bunny. Don't know if you saw it. I was going to go up on this road up here, which is a main road. I think it's got a pretty wide shoulder on it. Well, it could be on a rail trail, but like I said, I want to try to get these bikes out on the road, see how cars react with them, starting with baby steps. I think we're going to hit the sidewalk here. Again, you know, against the law for me to ride on a sidewalk, but I'm on a trike. You think the cop's going to give me a hard time? Well, this is nice. The sidewalk drops out in the middle of nowhere here. Still not a battery bar down yet. We're at 11 and a half miles almost. Yep, we're at 11 and a half now. So the batteries do real good on this thing. Batteries do real good on the other one too, on the Moon Cool. I guess I'm going to escape the rain. I'll tell you, this thing feels a lot better with the suspension seat post. So anybody that's got a trike and you can't stand the bumps, try one of these Suntour seat posts. They're around $100, but I think they're worth it. Addmotor just came out with the Grand Tan something or other that has rear suspension and front suspension on it. But bugs, guys. I just ran through a patch of bugs. Boy, I bet you there's some good bass over there. It's all lily pads, and unless you got a boat, you ain't getting in there. Yep. Piece of trash. I should have put my basket on the back. I was going to put a basket though. Bag I could pick trash up. I have to get one of those poker sticks though, so that I don't have to get off the bike every time. Be interesting doing a night rail trail ride, but I'd want to go with some other guys. So the guy at work who rides a Trek mountain bike wants to do some night rides, so we're thinking about maybe the two of us going out there, even though I'm going to be on an electric bike. So I got my 3D printed seat in yesterday, and it doesn't weigh much. So there's no metal in it. It's all carbon fiber, and you look at this thing and go, how can this thing hold up a person? But it's supposed to be pretty strong, pretty nice looking. I mean, it's a plastic seat that's been printed by a computer, but it does, it looks pretty good. I think it's going to be comfortable. It's pretty small, but I did measure my tailbones and everything to try to figure out the proper size, which I did. I ordered it, and we'll see. Again, it's for the Cyber bike, and that has a dropper post on it, so I'm going to be not on a seat quite a bit on that bike. I've never had a dropper post before, so that's going to be a new experience. Oh, this is the bike that had the noises. So the noise did go away when I oiled it. Like I said, I think it was a dry bearing. So the last time I took this thing out, was making all kinds of noises in the back. No noises at all tonight, so I'm glad. This is the one I did. I trued the wheel up on it, but then found out that the axle's bent, but I'll live with it. You don't even notice it when you're driving it. It's only got a slight wobble to it. I was trying to find some real solid camera mounts for these rail trails. I haven't really found anything yet that I thought was any better than what I have. So you probably ought to get off these rail trails because it's probably pretty dark on the cameras. As it is now, 7:30, I'll take advantage of getting across the street. So we are down to 3/4 of a battery right now. So it did go down. Like I said, I find these batteries all of a sudden go down all at once. But I'm not going to come close to eating up half this battery. I think I'll meander through Dunkin' Donuts again. If I was a night coffee drinker, I'd go in and get a cup of coffee, but not a night coffee drinker. Drink my coffee first thing in the morning, and that's it. I'm done for the day. So I'll tell you, okay, we're at 50 miles on this bike. I think I got like 25 on the other bike. My point is, starting to get used to riding these trikes, and I don't feel weirded out at all now as far as turning corners and stuff. I just lean in the proper manner. You learn how to do it. And I find not only do I lean and I lean forward. So I'm leaning to the front of the bike. And it's good practice for me because it's kind of what you need to do on a mountain bike. You got to shift your weight around. That's why you have a dropper post. So you drop your seat out of the way and you're going to lean into the corner. So you're going to throw your weight depending on whether you're going, on a hill or you're going down or up, or you're just making a corner. If you're just making a corner, you're going to lean off to the side and go into that corner so that you get more grip on the wheels. So that's what you got to do on this bike too. So not to get more grip on the wheels, so you don't topple over. But it's the same, it really is the same principle here. That street's all ripped up, so we'll hit this one. Yeah, this suspension seat post, boy, does this make a difference on this bike. Probably the blue in seat helps too. So this is a very nice trike. It's very similar to the Moon Cool, and I wouldn't say it's any better, and I wouldn't say it's any worse than the Moon Cools. Moon Cool's got a couple things. Front suspension. This bike, again, at the speeds these bikes are running, I don't know how much that front suspension's doing, but I'm not against it. If Lectric wants to put suspension on the front of this, I'd appreciate it. I got to stop for this stop sign. I got yelled at for not stopping at it the last time. So this is a very busy road, guys, There's a lot of cars here. And you definitely have to stop. So I stopped this time. And the truth of the matter is stop sign probably shouldn't even be there, but this road used to be a major road, and they put this highway in. I'll show you when I get down here. And this is the reason why the stop sign was in there. But I did get yelled at by 2 people for blowing through that stop sign. But as you can see, these red markers up here, these red markers were to let people know that the road no longer goes through anymore, because there's a highway up there, guys. That's the highway right up there. They put a little circle here so you can drive around it. Notice there's no stop sign here though. Usually I get barked at by a little dog up here too, so I did the video on that the little bike there. It's a folding bike, so I told my wife, I said, I'm not bringing the big bikes, I'm gonna bring the folding bike with us on, when we go down to Maryland. And she's like, are you gonna ride one of Bruce's bikes? I'm like, no. And she's like, well, you're bringing the folding bike. And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, I don't know what you're asking me. And then I realized she thought I was bringing that little bike. And I said, no, I'll bring the hand veer. So I'm ghost pedaling now, and I'm doing 23 miles an hour. Dustin just got in touch with me because he wants to know my initial feedback on the trike. I know Richard's been keeping him informed, but Richard also told him that I was going to be doing some work on the bike, so he's probably very interested in what I'm doing to it. So we're at 25 miles an hour. Well, I bought, I said I'm spending a lot of money lately. I bought mountain bike boots. After twisting my ankle this weekend, I said, you know, if I want to go out there and play with rocks and roots and possibly have to put my foot down, I want to have some ankle support. So, oh, and I'm at 3% on the battery, so I'm probably going to lose that camera. So we're at 18.1 miles, guys, so we are going to call it a night. So thanks for riding with me tonight on the trike, and we will see you next Saturday. And if you haven't hit that like and subscribe button, please do it on the way out. Thank you, guys.